We acknowledge that the land that Toronto Film School operates on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. I want to congratulate you all on your convocation and wish you all the best for your future.
It's a journey that tests a lot of you. Getting through that journey, it's an accomplishment.
At TFS, I learned about screenwriting, yes, but you, my classmates, taught me a whole lot about life. You updated my personal iOS, and I thank you for that. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Even though it's been almost a year since I graduated, I still stay in touch with a lot of the people I went to school with, and not just in my own class, but just people I run into in the student lounge, people I worked on short films together on.
I made lifelong friends over here. I've never felt that anybody has shied away or not responded whenever I needed help.
So now I've come with this great group of people I've graduated with that each have individual skills and they're both good at everything. And you grow with them and you experience things, you're on set with them, you get to experience the mistakes and the hardships and the successes. And now that we're done, I still have those connections and I'm able to go back if I need something and find somebody that I know is good at a job. And if they're not there, because they're in that kind of field of experience, they can recommend other people.
I think our art connects us and it keeps us sane, especially in these uncertain times.
I am fortunate I got to build relationships and learn from all the marketing for fashion and entertainment instructors, many of whom have become my mentors. The knowledge and skills I've gained from these individuals are invaluable.
One of the things I really struggled with was animation. I'm not good at it. It was kind of cool to see everybody go back and forth and share their animations and videos.
Everyone had issues doing the texture assignments. So I remember one day what we did after school. Everyone was in one classroom. I think we had pizza delivered. There was a movie on the screen, and we were all helping each other with okay, how do you texture this?
There was either a friend that I made in TFS or a contact I made in TFS that I knew of, or a teacher or a professor or instructor that I knew had the experience in that specific question that I had.
For some reason, we were able to get along and it was smooth. It's something I wouldn't really forget. Until today, we still hang out and talk.
Seeing the collaboration that you all do throughout your time here at the school it's fabulous to see.
I love walking onto a set and seeing students from different programs working together. I love the camaraderie, the creative juices.
You guys managed to make it through in this great shared experience that we have in this community that we have built.
I recently did the 48-hour film challenge with some people just for the fun of it. In COVID times, especially when when we all feel just in our own bubbles.
We are all working together, whether it's a program director, myself, whether a program advisor. It is a collaborative team effort.
We are so proud to welcome you to this global creative community. Now go forth and be awesome.
Good evening. Well, this is certainly different. Normally, I would be welcoming you to the Toronto Arts Centre, and I'd be staring out at you and your family and friends packed into a 500-seat venue. Behind me, your program director, all your instructors, they're part of the academic procession which characterizes graduation ceremonies. Not this year. I'm in the Rick Bennett studio, and you are anywhere you want to be. Yet, the important matters remain. You have graduated, and I and my colleagues are excited to greet you and to celebrate your achievement. My name is Rick Davey. I'm the president of Yorkville University and the Toronto Film School, and this evening's Master of Ceremonies. I trust you've received your special party package, so put your hat and tassel on and let's start your graduation program. First up, Dr. Michael Markovitz, Chair of the Toronto Film School Board of Governors, who will extend his greetings and congratulations. Dr. Markovitz has been a huge supporter of the Toronto Film School, its students, graduates, and faculty. Under his leadership, the school reopened in 2010 and since then has added programs, campuses, including the new location at 460 Yonge Street, and new delivery models. Today, more than 75 of you are graduating from Toronto Film School online programs. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Michael Markovitz.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Michael Markovitz. I'm chairman of the board of Yorkville Education Company at Toronto Film School and was the founder of both, actually about 20 some odd years ago. And I'm here today to give you greetings and to congratulate you upon your upon this commencement and the hard work that you have put into it in order to come to this point in your lives. And I think it's important to say that it's not only you really, but your families and your loved ones and those around you who have really sacrificed for you and helped to bring you to this moment. You know, as I thought about this and what I might say to you in my remarks, it occurred to me that the less time I had to speak, the more thought I had to put into what I was going to say. And since my instructions for these remarks are to keep them short, so it was an especially arduous task for me to think about what I was going to say to you. Now, what I was going to, as I thought about it, what I realized is that you are embarking upon a new industry, really. I mean, new to you anyway. And one of the most important industries that we have in the world, really, which started in earnest, actually, in and about the time of World War I, oddly enough, when filmmakers, and of course it was a nascent industry at that time, filmmakers realized the power of the images that they could bring to the public and how those images could impact and shape people's attitudes and opinions about the war and what they were seeing. And from that time onward, film and the film arts have, and all of the arts that surround the making of film, have played a gigantic role, really, in shaping and molding public opinion about the events of the day. And also the filmmakers as well have been witness to the events that surrounded them and the events that they documented. And so if you think about this for a moment, we are at a particular time which is unique in all of our lives. We are living through the COVID epidemic. The world has not seen anything like this in 100 years. And gosh, I mean, the progenitor of all of this was the Black Plague, the death in Europe that happened in the Middle Ages. And they did many of the same things then that we're doing now. They talked about social distancing. And by the way, I hate the term social distancing. What we really mean to say is physical distancing. We don't want to be socially distant. We want to be physically distant. And they would wear masks and face coverings and do many of those things that we are being told we need to do now. We all just heard the other day that there may be a vaccine shortly. And so if that turns out to be true, then this era that we're in is going to come to an end. But you will always remember, for your entire lives, you will always remember the days of COVID and what happened to you and where you were and how it profoundly changed your life, And you are the witnesses to this epidemic that we are all living through now. And you will be among those that document what happened through the films you make, the stories you tell, that you're going to spend years of your career talking about, writing about, and recording as artistically as you can the events, the people, what's happened in society, how we all had to wear masks, how we couldn't go to social gatherings, how churches were closed, but liquor shops were open, and all of this sort of stuff that you're going to be able to document and that will undoubtedly form an important part of your future careers. So having said that, and perhaps given you something to think about on this day of your graduation, I want to extend to all of you my heartfelt congratulations to you and your families, and I wish you all the best in your future careers. Thank you very much.
And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce your keynote speaker. Andrew Barnsley is the Emmy Award-winning executive producer of CBC's hit comedy series Schitt's Creek. You all know that. In addition to Schitt's Creek, historic 2020 Emmy wins blew him away. Andrew's work on the Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara fronted show has also garnered him 3 Canadian Screen Awards, 2016, 2019, and 2020 for Best Comedy Series. As CEO of Project 10 Productions, Andrew splits his time between Toronto and Los Angeles, where his 2020 development and production slate also includes CTV's Jan, Amazon Studios' Kids in the Hall reboot, and the Family Channel tween series My Perfect Landing. Andrew joined the Toronto Film School as its first and its only executive producer in residence in 2017, and I know that he has worked with many of you through your studies. He is a member of the Canadian Media Producers Association, the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, USA, and the Academy of Canadian Film and Television. He's also a terrific guy and a committed champion of diversity and inclusion in the film and television industry. I'm very proud that he is part of your celebration. Andrew Barnsley.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. What an incredible honor for me to be speaking to you on this special day. And what a day it is. Here we are, coming to the end of one of the most turbulent and unprecedented years ever. Over the last 9 months, we have witnessed a global pandemic, political unrest, explosive cultural tensions, large-scale protesting, an economic crisis, and brand new work protocols for virtually every industry. It's been stressful and scary. There are days when it's difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel. There are days when there's nothing to look forward to. There are days when we miss our friends, our family, our old lives. There are days when it's hard to imagine celebrating anything. Yet, we have to find our bright spots, now more than ever. And today is a very bright spot. We are here, virtually, to celebrate what you have all achieved in 2020. You are graduating. Congratulations. 2020 threw a lot at us, but we pivoted, we innovated, we stayed true to ourselves and our plans, we persevered, we were determined, and here we are. There's hope in the air, and the future once again looks bright. Moments of celebration like this are moments to reflect, and this year we have a lot to reflect on. You do, I do, we all do. Reflection is about thinking about where you are, how you got there. It's thinking about the people in your life that lifted you up and showed you the way. It's thinking about the days you challenged yourself to push through to achievement. It's thinking about the world, how the world beat you up, but you dusted yourself off and got back on your path. And your path led you here, graduating in 2020. Graduating in a year unlike any other. It's been a tough year, but you did it. And I can relate. Like you, I had a tough year. There were new obstacles thrown at me constantly. There were losses. There were dark days where I didn't think I could overcome the stresses and the pressures. But like you, I had something monumental to celebrate in 2020. A television series that I poured my heart and soul into over the last 7 years of my life made history. Schitt's Creek had an unprecedented Emmy run. I had a 2020 moment when I needed it most, just like you are having your moment right now. In my celebration of our Emmy wins, I took the time to reflect. I reflected as I encourage you to reflect today. I reflected on the people that shaped who I am and how I see the world. My parents, my friends, my neighbors, my teachers, my family, my peers, my colleagues. Every single person I've met in my life has shaped who I am. From these people, my worldview, my attitudes, my personality, my sensibilities were shaped. I reflected on how my career began with an outlandish question I asked myself 25 years ago. How can I build a career in the creative industries? That's where my Emmy journey started. That was what put me on this path. I reflected on my curiosity, my drive, my ambition that gave me the determination and vision to push for an unconventional career. I reflected on the risks I took that brought me to places I never imagined, the risks that made me uncomfortable but forced me to make big mistakes and learn. I reflected on the classrooms where I built my educational foundation and made lifelong friends and built my support system. I reflected on my countless sleepless nights where I wondered if it was all worth it, not knowing where I would end up, but somehow believing that I should trust my instincts and my vision. I reflected on my naive determination to dream big and aim and achieve. I reflected on the dark days I had to dig deep to find the strength to carry on. I reflected on my community, my city, my country, who are such a big part of who I am and often showed me the way. And I reflected on the time it took for me to achieve what I've achieved. Nothing happens overnight. I graduated from my film and television production program in 2000. 20 years ago, it took me 2 decades to have a year like this year. I thought about my life from every angle possible to fully grasp what my Emmy achievement meant, and I encourage you all to do the same with your graduation. A lot goes into achievement, and achieving isn't the finish line. I'm not finished. Achievements are markers on the road of life. With every one of your achievements, take time to think about what you've accomplished. You're graduating in 2020, in spite of the many factors that made it even more challenging than ever before. What an achievement, what an accomplishment. When you leave, or I guess log off from here today, think about what you've done at Toronto Film School and think about where you're going. Think about your people and why you're on this path. Think about what gets you out of bed in the morning. Think about your dreams. Think about the risks you've already taken to get here and what you've learned from them. Think about your community. Now is a time for reflection. And believe me, when you go through the process of truly taking inventory, you are going to inspire yourself and recognize you're only getting started. You'll also recognize that you've already invested so much into who you are and what you want to become. That commitment to investing in yourself cannot end here. Think about ways to continue this investment. You've all built yourself a solid foundation that is going to open doors and create opportunities for you for the rest of your life. But you're just getting started. Dream big, stay focused, and be accountable to you. I push myself to learn every day. I push myself to be inspired. I push myself to be energized. And I have to tell you, a lot of that inspiration and energy comes from you. Over the last 3 years as the executive producer in residence here at Toronto Film School, I've had the pleasure and honor of getting to know many of you and seeing how you work. Witnessing firsthand the dedication you have for these creative industries has been so good to me. I've gained a lot from you. Your enthusiasm invigorates me, your commitment to learning inspires me, your vision, skills, talent, and your work have blown me away. And here we are, at Convocation, the symbolic and beautiful line between school and the real world. You've done it, and you are prepared for success. You've proven to all of us that you are equipped to take it on. You are ready for big things thanks to your education. My education was a launching pad for me to achieve an internationally recognized career connecting with people through storytelling. On my graduation day, I never would have imagined what I would be able to achieve with the tools my education gave me. Thanks to my education, my career has given me the ability to travel the world, to make great friends, to build big and exciting projects, to win awards, to make money, and to touch audiences in ways that I never thought was achievable. I'm truly blessed. But nothing about me was special when I graduated. I was a young man in Toronto from Atlantic Canada without professional connections in the creative industries, but I had big dreams, I had an education, and I was willing to work hard, like all of you. I'm mid-career. You're getting started. but I do feel deeply connected to all of you. We all knew that building the careers we wanted couldn't start without a solid educational foundation. I'm so excited for the journeys you are about to begin. Being here at Toronto Film School with this outstanding staff and faculty has given me the opportunity to speak with you about my journey and to hopefully help guide you and your fellow classmates into the direction of greatness. Sharing with you what I have learned, what I continue to learn, and what to expect beyond the Toronto Film School classroom walls is a responsibility I take very seriously. When we've spoken in the classrooms, in the hallways, in the elevators, in cafes, in Zoom meetings, I've tried to be both supportive and honest. I've tried to be real. Life after school is not always rosy and safe or easy. It can and will be challenging, but it can be worth it all. And these are careers and lives like no other. When we've spoken, I've tried to share the real experiences I've had and the knowledge I've gained over my career so that you can have a head start on what to expect beginning today. When I reflect on what we've talked about, I realize the same themes keep coming up. I am passionate about helping you as you build successful careers. So for one last time, I'm going to review what I feel are my top 7 themes for success in the creative industries. 1, I've talked about the importance of having big dreams and anchoring your thoughts and decisions to where you want to go. You need a destination. Where do you want to be in 1 year, in 5 years, in 20 years? Your decisions and choices you make every day should be anchored to these objectives. 2, I've talked a lot about the importance of education. Lifelong learning and developing expertise are vital ways to set yourself apart from others. The world is ever-changing, as we clearly witnessed this year. You need to work hard to stay ahead of the curve. 3, I've talked about the importance of building your professional network. Find your community. Find like-minded people who can elevate and support each other. And seek out mentors who can show you the way and present opportunities you've never considered. 4, I've talked about risk-taking. Making yourself uncomfortable is one of the greatest ways to grow and learn. Being open to change and benefiting from new opportunity means stepping outside of your comfort zone. I've talked about failure. Failing is integral to success. Make mistakes, learn from them, recalibrate, pivot, innovate, and come out stronger and wiser. 6, I've talked about believing in yourself and your goals. If you don't, who will? And 7, I've talked about the importance of hard work, perseverance, digging deep, and not accepting no as an answer. Often, these businesses of ours are no businesses, meaning rejection is common. This can be defeating and deflating, but committing to hard work and perseverance means pushing through the no's and the rejection, eventually turning into success, achievement, and glory. Please think about these 7 themes and know that even though the future may seem daunting, you have the tools. And believe it or not, your dream career is not starting today. It started years ago when you first decided that you wanted to work in the creative industries. That took courage. That courage continued when you decided to enroll at Toronto Film School. Probably a lot of people thought you were out of your mind, that it wasn't the right choice, but you did it. You decided to believe in yourself, follow your vision, and take risks. You made those decisions, and here you are. Today is not the first day of the rest of your life. You're well on your way. Look around. You have all built your own foundations for success. You have built a peer network that will strengthen and expand over time. You are educated in the field of your dreams. You have real experience. You have the tools. You made that happen. This is not the beginning. You have already achieved so much. It's easy to forget this. It's easy to lose confidence, to forget about what you've already accomplished. But you're not starting today. You are mid-stride on your journey, and you're doing it. And you're equipped to take on the world. Please, take a moment today to reflect on this. And as you grow and your careers evolve, please don't forget to reflect. Reflect on the faculty that challenged you, who pushed you in directions you weren't necessarily comfortable with, but who taught you so much. Reflect on your classmates who lifted you up when you felt you couldn't move forward. Reflect on the decisions that you made to put yourself here. Have confidence in your ability to make big and risky choices. If your decisions got you here, a graduate of Toronto Film School, just imagine where your future decisions are going to take you. Today was once a dream, a big dream, yet here you are. You should all feel incredibly proud of yourselves right now. You did it, you're doing it. You've come such a long way, and there's no stopping you. Keep dreaming big, keep making decisions, trust your instincts, take risks, keep looking forward, and keep reflecting. Remember your time at TFS. You will look back on this time fondly and with pride as you all take on the world in your own ways. Congratulations, graduates.
Every year, we ask program faculty to identify outstanding achievement associated with program outcomes. In this part of the ceremony, each program director will provide the criteria for each of the program awards and present the program award. Let's start with JP Amore and the Video Game Design and Development Program. JP?
The Best Video Game Developer Award goes to Jackie Ching Ting Lin. The award is given to the student who demonstrated leadership and professional work etiquette during development of their team capstone project.
Congratulations, Jackie Lin. You are the winner. You've won a 3-month subscription to Xbox Game Pass. Congratulations.
The Fashion Design Award is sponsored by Chilio. It's known as the Creativity and Business Award. It is awarded to the fashion design student that best incorporates the creative design process to the business realities of fashion. The criteria is based on the student's final presentation during the industry critiques in term 6 and input from the panel. Shannon Mackenzie Hall is our winner.
Margaret McConkey has won the award for the MFE for Creativity in Business Award. Congratulations. The criteria for this is showing creativity and creative thinking in a number of business projects during your time here at MFE in Toronto Film School. The criteria for selection was voting from faculty, so congratulations, Margaret. Excellent work.
The Excellence in Graphic Design Award is granted to the creative thinker who consistently pushed themselves above and beyond the requirements of a student, producing extraordinary design and outstanding visual communications while showing tremendous passion and dedication to the craft of graphic design. I am thrilled to present the 2019 Excellence in Graphic Design Award to Wynan Ben Ludekuzen. Congratulations, Wynan.
The TFS Best Actor Award is voted on by the entire acting faculty department. It goes to the graduate who's shown the greatest commitment and performance skill with respect to the craft of acting. They perform truthfully and at the highest standard during studio work, on film sets, and in final showcases. The winner will receive a complimentary headshot package by Headshots by Andrew. The 2020 TFS Best Actor Award goes to Joseph Dancy. Congratulations, Joe. We're really proud of you.
Hi, everyone. I'm here to present the Distinguished Filmmaker Award. This award is presented to a graduate of the film production program who excels in the many facets of filmmaking. They've maintained high scholastic levels and have contributed to the Toronto Film School community. I'm really excited to present this award to Max Buraliuk. Congratulations, Max.
The Best Screenwriter Award goes to the student who's shown themselves to be the best screenwriter across formats and genres. The winners this year, and it is a tie, are Gabriel Bastidas and Rebecca Black. Congratulations to you both, well deserved. This award is sponsored by Final Draft. Final Draft is going to give each of the winners a copy of the most recent Final Draft program valued at $250 US. Congratulations to you both.
And now for my favorite awards. The President's Award is presented to the graduating student with the highest cumulative grade point average in each of the programs. Again, I will ask each of the program directors to present the President's Awards. And please imagine, after those have received it, that I'm shaking your hand, congratulating each of the President's Award recipients.
President's List Award goes to the student with the highest GPA. For video game design and animation, it's Anthony Rizzi. Congratulations, Anthony.
The President's Award for the Video Game Design and Development Program goes to Alexander Tapilo. Congrats, Alexander.
And the President's Award for Fashion Design goes to Shannon Mackenzie Hall. Congratulations then, Shannon.
Congratulations to Alana Moniz for achieving the highest GPA in the marketing for fashion and entertainment. She had a GPA of 4.25. Congratulations, Alana.
The 2019 President's Award for Graphic Design and Interactive Media is awarded to Emily Lemire. Congratulations, Emily.
The President's Award is awarded to the student with the highest grade point average in the acting program. This year's recipient of the President's Award is Heather Headley. Way to go, Heather. Great job.
The President's Award for Film Production goes to Siobhan Keeley. Congratulations, Siobhan.
For screenwriting, the Toronto Film School President's Award winner for highest average is Misty Lambert. Congratulations, Misty.
The President's Award for the video production program online goes to Yuri Radionov. Congratulations, Yuri. You made it through, GPA through the roof, and we're super proud of you. Congratulations.
The 2019 President's Award for Graphic Design and Interactive Media Online is awarded to Daniel Bucci. Congratulations, Daniel.
It's my pleasure to introduce the valedictorians. Starting with the Davisville campus, Shannon Mackenzie Hall, representing the Fashion Design Program. Emily Lemire, Graphic Design and Interactive Media. And Alana Moniz, representing the Marketing for Fashion and Entertainment Program. Alana Moniz is also the representative as the campus valedictorian for the Davisville campus. Congratulations to all.
And now for the Davisville valedictorian. Alana Moniz received her Honors Bachelor of Arts degree from Western University in 2018. Upon graduation, she enrolled in the Marketing for Fashion and Entertainment program at the Toronto Film School to further pursue her interest in fashion and business. She aspires to pursue a career with Aritzia in merchandising or allocation. Ladies and gentlemen, your Davisville valedictorian, Alana Moniz.
Good evening, esteemed faculty, classmates, families, and friends. My name is Alana Moniz, and it's such an honor to represent the Davisville campus as valedictorian for the Toronto Film School virtual graduation. Before I begin, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2020. I'm so excited and proud to graduate alongside all of you. In 2018, when I received my BA in Sociology and Criminology from Western University, I found myself at a fork in the road. I knew that 4 years of hard work had come to an end, and although it was a proud and accomplished moment, I questioned what my next step would be. I did a lot of self-reflection on where I was in life and who I wanted to become. I realized that even though I had an academic degree, I lacked passion, direction, and did not feel confident in my plan for the future. As soon as I learned about the Marketing for Fashion and Entertainment program, I knew the Toronto Film School was the perfect fit for the next chapter of my personal and professional journey. What effect has the Toronto Film School had on your life? Have you grown since embarking on your new journey? For me, the last 18 months have been a truly transformative time. I can't help but compare myself to the person I was just a mere 2 years ago. In addition to earning the diploma I worked very hard for, I am proud to say that my studies at the Toronto Film School gave me the confidence, direction, and a career path that could not be taught anywhere else. Both my personal and intellectual growth are a true testament to Toronto Film School's faculty and curriculum, and for that, I am forever grateful. From fashion buying to visual merchandising to digital design, the course selection encompasses a broad range of subjects relevant to the fashion industry and life in general. Smaller class sizes gave us the opportunity to build relationships with and learn from Toronto Film School's inspiring instructors, many of whom have become our mentors. The most important thing I gleaned from my studies is that we are all lifelong learners. Taking this insight with me as I begin my career, I now treat each chance of meeting someone new as an opportunity for learning and growth. During my 6th and final term at the Toronto Film School, COVID-19 swept the globe and triggered a pandemic that has altered each and every one of our lives. For most of us, it meant staying close to home and adapting to online learning. None of us expected our final months of college to end like this. We had no choice but to be resilient and overcome any obstacles thrown our way. Tonight's graduation is a perfect example. It's not exactly the traditional ceremony that we all dreamed of. We aren't in cap and gown. We're not walking across the stage. We can't shake hands and receive our diplomas from our favorite faculty members in person. But despite all of this, we are still graduating. Our hard work and achievements at the Toronto Film School cannot go unnoticed and must still be acknowledged and celebrated. The class of 2020 will be remembered in years to come, not as the class that missed out, but the class that remained positive, even in the midst of challenging times. No one knows what the future holds and if life will ever be the same. With so much uncertainty in the world right now, my advice to fellow graduates is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Change is the one constant in life. Truthfully, adapting to change has never been my strong suit. Beginning a program immediately after university with a new curriculum, peers, and faculty was difficult for me. However, I now know that to live fully, one must seize these opportunities for personal and professional growth. Class of 2020, wishing you much success as you embark on this new and exciting chapter of your lives. Whether you are continuing your studies or kickstarting your career, don't ever be afraid to think outside of the box or to take chances. Be creative, be confident, and always have the courage to try new things. Be the best version of you. Thank you.
The next set of valedictorians representing the Toronto Film School online campus, Zachary Durbecker, graphic design and interactive media. Writing, Adam May. Representing video production, Yuri Radionov. Video game animation, Nathaniel Radichuk. Representing the as the campus valedictorian for the Toronto Film School Online, Yuri Radionov. Congratulations, everyone.
And now to introduce your Toronto Film School Online valedictorian. Yuri Radionov is a video production program graduate and the valedictorian for the Toronto Film School Online students. He studied at Toronto Film School and developed his video production company, Flotosphere Videos, simultaneously. During his time at TFS, Yuri applied his skills and knowledge by working on various film and video projects in Alberta and Los Angeles. He filled many roles on sets, such as a sound mixer, camera operator, director of photography, and video producer. He created a reputation as someone who can handle complex and fast-paced projects. Yuri fulfilled his passion for teaching through participation in the peer mentorship program at TFS. Since graduating, he has concentrated on applying and expanding his video production skills to various domestic and international projects. Ladies and gentlemen, your TFSO valedictorian, Yuri Radionov.
Good evening, friends, teachers, school administrators, and of course, all graduating students. My name is Yuri Radionov, and honestly, I cannot believe it's already our graduation. My time at school flew so quickly. I always dreamed about doing something creative in my life, and it was a reason why I decided to join Toronto Film School. Online program gave me a flexibility and a great life-work-study balance. I must say I had a very limited set of video production skills before the school. I'm not going to lie if I say that I had no skills at all. I had no idea how to set the camera, and my knowledge of lights, sound editing, or storytelling before I started the school is not even worth to be mentioned. All I had pretty much just a desire to create something appealing. I was looking for a packaged and systematic information about filmmaking and video production. And I found it all at Toronto Film School. Not just it, I also got the answers to millions of my practical questions I had about my projects. And I got the answers from our wonderful teachers who truly accomplished film industry professionals. I also got a great networking with my classmates. We not just become friends with many, but also already collaborating side by side on various mutual projects with some of my classmates. While at school, I not just received a set of valuable skills and knowledge, but I also built a solid professional network that is vital for my current and hopefully future projects. I had a blast learning and working on my assignments because they often were based on my real business projects, which gave me a chance to receive a feedback not only from my clients, but also from my instructors at school. My instructors pointed at my strengths and weaknesses and helped me to fortify strong skills and overcome my fears and doubts. From very first courses, I was encouraged to begin my career. My theoretical and practical knowledge were immediately applied on real-life projects at various film, event, and commercial projects. The more I learned, the more confident I became, which allowed me to take on more and more complicated projects. I filled many roles on and off the set, which helped me to better understand the filmmaking process from start to finish. And it really paid. I had an honor to be chosen as a cinematographer for a feature film, Honorable Scenes, which was premiered just recently on November 8th. And the second feature movie called Observer is in post-production right now. I was a cinematographer as well as an associate producer on this production. I can say I already accomplished my short-term goals by being a cinematographer, sound mixer, producer behind many different TV and web series, commercials, music videos, and short films. I cannot believe it is our graduation today, but I do not feel like it's an end of an era. I feel like it is the beginning of a journey for all of us today. The fantastic journey where never a dull moment. In our profession, hard to predict what is your next project going to be. It can be an interview with the celebrity, maybe a concert of our favorite band, or it can be a feature film that will make a place in the history of the cinema. We never know. The one thing I know for sure that we begin our careers today, and it is not just an ordinary job. It is an adventure. And an adventure already began when we joined Toronto Film School. I would like to thank everyone who walked us through all the details of our profession, and everyone who took a courage to pursue this career. Good luck to everyone, and see you on set soon.
Representing the College Dundas Valedictorians. For acting, Trenton Hawkins. Video game animation, Priscille Bewley. Video game development, Sergio Shiraz. Writing, Rodney Roy. And film production, Siobhan Keeley. Representing the College Dundas as the campus valedictorian is Rodney Roy. Again, congratulations to all.
Thank you, Paula. And now for the College Dundas valedictorian. Rodney Roy is a screenwriter of LGBTQ+ narratives, story editor, actor, and the playwright in residence at Murder by Appointment. He trained as an actor and has worked in theater, film, and television. He maintained President's List and Honors List status throughout all 6 terms and co-wrote Come As You Are, a TFS student film with actor-writer Sandy Jalazes. While studying at TFS, Rodney also co-wrote The Golden Globes, a red carpet mystery with Amber J. Hicks, his 4th murder mystery for Murder by Appointment. And he donned the Santa suit once again in 2019 in a sold-out run of their Christmas show, Grinched, a You'll Die mystery. Rodney is an avid collector of DVDs and Blu-rays who has been collecting international gay movies and old Hollywood films since he was a teenager. In his free time, Rodney likes to cook for family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, your College Dundas valedictorian, Rodney Roy.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm Rodney Roy, and it's an absolute honor to be speaking at this event in this capacity. I genuinely love this school, and my time at TFS was as magical to me as Hogwarts was to Harry Potter. That's not a joke, that's a meme. In fact, it's a meme I posted on Instagram when I received my acceptance letter to Toronto Film School. I admit, I wanted very much to be valedictorian. I worked very hard, I put in many long hours, and I declined many invitations because I was committed to achieving my goal. My fellow graduates, today we celebrate a major achievement in our academic lives, as well as the hard work and sacrifice that went into it. It wasn't easy, but we did it, and today we graduate from a school with an international reputation, equipped with a competitive portfolio and the training it takes to make it in our respected fields and create our own stories. On behalf of the graduates, I'd like to thank the TFS administration for organizing this virtual graduation ceremony, which gives us the opportunity to celebrate our collective achievement in spite of a global pandemic. Thank you and congratulations on a job well done. And to our family and friends who are watching, thank you for the never-ending love, support, and encouragement that helps us to realize our dreams, like graduating from film school. And if you'll indulge me for a brief moment, I'd like to thank my family who are watching at home for their unconditional love and support over the years. You mean the world to me, and I love you. To my nieces, Danica and Quincy, if you learn anything from me in life, I hope it's this. Be brave, be curious, be kind, be heard, and be proud to be girls. Because girls will save the world. I knew I was gay the moment I left the womb, and I knew I wanted to be an actor the moment I saw Stand By Me. But what I lacked was the confidence to chase after a career in show business. Being gay bashed every day at school, well, that didn't help. Little did I know that Madonna was about to change all of that for me. I was 10 when Madonna released her legendary Like a Prayer album in 1989. She was already famous, and I was already a fan, but that album, combined with the Blonde Ambition World Tour and her concert documentary Truth or Dare, turned her into the queen of pop and turned me into a faithful subject for life. The reason for that is simple. During that iconic period in her career, the Material Girl taught me that if she can make it in a man's world, then I, a gay man, can make it in a straight man's world. And that, my fellow graduates, is what gave me the confidence to chase after my dream. It's too bad it was the wrong dream, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I did audition for a fancy acting school in New York. And I got in, but I couldn't go because I couldn't afford the tuition. With the arrogance and lack of foresight of a teenager, I was counting on being offered a full scholarship, but I wasn't. Still, I cried for days. In the end, however, my not going to New York proved to be a blessing in disguise because shortly thereafter, my dad died of cancer and the Twin Towers fell in New York City. It's true what they say. Everything does happen for a reason. By the time my 20s came to an end, I had graduated from a less glamorous theater school, did lots of dinner theater, dabbled in film and TV, including 2 seasons as a recurring guest on a live national talk show, but I was hardly making a living. I was never really interested in playing straight roles, and the only work I could get on a gay production was background work on Queer as Folk. So I decided to take a leap of faith and start a theater company. In May 2015, I was packing the contents of my dresser when I caught a glance of myself in the dresser mirror. I looked terrible. I was thin, I was pale, I had dark circles under my eyes. I was a hot mess. I stared at myself in the mirror and I admitted to myself that I was truly lost, so I surrendered to the universe. I asked for help, I asked for direction, I asked for a sign. It's true what they say. Be careful about what you wish for. I bent over to put some sweaters in a box when that big, heavy, ugly mirror came crashing down on top of me. From my periphery, all I could see were broken bits of glass falling to the floor, and I felt a brief, searing pain above my right elbow. When I stood up, I was shocked at what I saw. There was broken glass and blood everywhere. A lot of blood. I'm talking a Quentin Tarantino amount of blood. I needed 2 surgeries, one to fix my arm and one to save the use of my hand, but I was still looking at permanent damage and restricted use. The scary thing was that I got lucky. I had a bloody scratch across my jugular. If that scratch were any deeper, my nurse said to me as she held a mirror to my neck, you wouldn't be in my ER. You'd be downstairs in the morgue. It was a long and frustrating recovery, but whenever I felt like giving up, I'd remember that bloody scratch and that pool of blood, and that would give me the strength to carry on. That's actually a Jackson Pollock painting that you're looking at, but you get the idea. After that accident, I had to learn how to hold a pen and how to write again. I'd sit there and write the same phrase over and over again until my hand cramped and I couldn't write anymore. My name is Rodney Roy. But it wasn't until I started writing, I will not be silenced by my hand, that I finally realized I am a writer. Only when I couldn't write anymore did I figure it out. Meanwhile, I had been writing poetry, short stories, and plays since grade school, and I wrote my first screenplay after graduating from high school. It's true what they say. Some people need to learn the hard way. I wrote Henry Matters after Matt Damon and Ben Affleck won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for Good Will Hunting in 1997. These guys I could identify with. These guys gave me hope. They weren't getting the roles they wanted, so they wrote a film and won an Oscar for it. If they could do it, then I could do it. And so I did it. Well, I wrote a screenplay anyway. So I sat down with a bottle of red wine and I decided to read the screenplay my 18-year-old self was convinced Miramax was going to buy. The screenplay I was convinced was going to land me an Oscar. All I have to say about that experience is that I'm so glad I had a bottle of wine. It was an embarrassing read, but the core of the story was good. So my 18-year-old self would be thrilled to know that at the tender age of 41, I'm working on Henry Matters 2.0 after graduating from Toronto Film School. At TFS, I received a first-rate education and learned the necessary skills and training to create a compelling and well-crafted portfolio from a faculty comprised of experienced industry professionals like Andrew Barnsley, the Emmy award-winning executive producer of Schitt's Creek, CEO of Project 10 Productions, and executive producer in residence at Toronto Film School. Every year, the writing students have the unique opportunity to pitch to and get feedback from Andrew and associates from Project 10. It was the faculty that attracted me to TFS, and once there, the faculty did not disappoint. What impressed me the most is how the instructors at TFS go above and beyond their pay grades to help the students who are ambitious and who are putting in the extra work. I'd love to thank all of my instructors individually, but I can't because of time constraints. If I had an Emmy, they'd let me go into overtime, but I don't have one of those yet. I would, however, like to take a moment to thank Adam Till, the head of the writing program, himself an accomplished TV writer whose comedic talent I flat out envy and whose commitment to his students is unlike anything I've ever seen from a teacher. Adam, on behalf of our writing class, I offer you a collective thank you that is truly heartfelt. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but when I got to film school and started studying with a group of mostly 20-somethings, I realized that some of my views on life had become archaic and that I wasn't as well informed as I thought I was. It was enlightening and humbling and more than a little uncomfortable. At TFS, I learned about screenwriting, yes, but you, my classmates, taught me a whole lot about life. You updated my personal iOS, and I thank you for that. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Graduating from TFS is undeniably the happiest and proudest day of my life, and all I can do is smile and shake my head at how long it took me to get here. You know, it's true what I'm about to say. It doesn't matter how much time it takes you to get your shit together, just as long as you do. Seeing as it's customary for the valedictorian to include some advice in his, her, or their speech, I thought I'd close with the 5 best pieces of advice this middle-aged artist has gleaned from life. And here they are. First, there are 4 kinds of people in this world. Those who get it, those who don't, those who think they get it, and finally, those who don't want to get it. Because the truth is inconvenient, and ignorance really is bliss. Know what type of person you are. Strive to be a person who gets it, surround yourself with people who do, and help others who want to get it. Secondly, don't strive for perfection, strive for 90%. Then let your project go and move on to the next. Perfection is an unattainable goal that occupies your precious time when you could be working on getting another project off the ground. Thirdly, success is a reward. You don't need to be the best at what you do in order to succeed in life. You just need to be the hardest working person in the room who never gives up on the dream. Fourthly, be open to new things because how much you learn in and about life depends entirely on you. So be open to new people, new places, and new experiences. Take charge of your life, take chances, and take in as much as you can. You'll be a better artist for it. I could have been a screenwriter so much sooner if only I would have been open to the idea of something different. And finally, pay close attention. I have always known that I was meant for a career in show business. I can't explain it, I just know it to be true. It's a feeling that resonates deep in my soul, a vibration I feel in my body. When I came close to quitting, that vibration intensified to the point where I couldn't ignore it any longer. If something resonates in your soul, pay close attention. That's life, and it's talking directly to you. Thank you. Goodbye, and good luck, class of 2020.
Congratulations to all our graduates. We've come to the end of these ceremonies, which means it is time for the ceremony of the tassel. Put your hat on, if you ever took it off, and make sure, please, that the tassel is on the right side. In this ceremony, the tassels move from right to left at graduation as a symbol that you have passed through a stage in life and are now ready to face a new stage. In this case, you are a graduate of the Toronto Film School, ready and prepared to contribute to Canada and the world's creative industries. So graduates, move your tassel. Dun, dun. And now you can throw your cap and imagine all your friends and fellow students with you and rejoicing on this very special occasion. Congratulations. You are now officially graduated and therefore officially a member of the Yorkville University Toronto Film School alumni community. As an alumnus, we encourage you to fully participate. You'll have opportunities to collaborate, to find and continue mentorships, or to mentor others. The purpose of the community is to celebrate your accomplishments and the accomplishments of your peers. And it's a venue for you to maintain your connection with faculty and staff who truly care about and will support you in your continued success. We'll never ask our alumni community to contribute to fundraising, but I am asking you to be part of your alumni community. And that's it. That's the end of tonight's graduation ceremonies. But before we do say goodnight, a personal note. The graduation ceremonies I remember best, and I've probably attended over 100, are those that included my children. The first was when they came to my Master of Education graduation. My son was 7, my daughter 4. And then, of course, when I attended their graduations. Your parents, partners, children are thinking about what you have achieved. They are looking forward to all the possibilities ahead. That's why graduations are such special events. They identify people who matter to you, and they evoke memories and possibilities for everyone involved. And that's why graduations are my favorite celebrations. Perhaps especially this year, when we yearn for something special. Congratulations again, good night, stay healthy and safe. You do us all proud.
We're so excited for all the future prospects that are going to come your way now that you're a graduate of Toronto Film School.
The colleagues you've been in the trenches with the last 18 months are your network. And going out into the industry, what a great network to start off with.
Hopefully, we can do this again in person. So again, congratulations to everybody. You really worked hard for it.
Congratulations to everyone who's graduated today in the film production program and in all programs. It's so great to see all of you enter the program and to see where you've ended up with so many colleagues and friends that have come out of the school.
It's been quite the year, obviously, but you guys managed to make it through in this great shared experience that we have.
To the teachers, there are a lot of them, but I love you all and thank you for this wonderful experience. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate everything.